Howdy everybody. Today I'm just shooting a quick video on squash, specifically as a ground cover. I'm not going to get into a full permaculture video, but these are just a bunch of squash that I kind of all grew out of my compost pile. They're all hybridized with whatever else grew out of the compost pile last year. And some of them I ate, some of them spoiled, but either way, I threw some spoiled ones and some good ones and whatever else was handy. And I just threw them all right next to that medlar tree in the middle and threw wood chips on top. I've not done anything else to them. In fact, I didn't really intend for them to grow. I buried them quite deeply so they wouldn't grow. Yeah, if you did a lot of this, it would work quite well as a living mulch. I can't mow this area, and you see it suppresses the grass growth decently. The grass isn't overtaking it, despite the fact that we were previously just mowing here. There's nothing else keeping the weeds down. Not only is this great living mulch, but that sure looks like a turban squash to me. I'll try to move it gently. Yep, you can see the base of it. That's definitely at least part turban. Maybe ended up mixing with the squash bug. Yeah, I don't worry about those as much as some people do. But yeah, it may be a turban squash that hybridized with a kuri squash, so it's just got a bigger top piece. But yeah, just squash. Free, didn't put any effort in. And I'll bet, because turban tends to overproduce pretty well, I'll bet I get a couple by fall. This is late July. Look at that. It's another little baby one. Again, the mantle's, I'm calling it the mantle, it's probably not called the mantle, but the top of it's really covering almost all of it in this case. So I'm betting it's not pure. There's another one. Probably come from a different root, different seed. This one you can see the bottom is just as big as the top. That's probably going to look more like a typical turban squash. But yeah, turbans aren't great storing squash, so that's probably why a lot of them just got thrown here as compost. They didn't last long enough for my family to eat them. But yeah, just an explosion of growth for free. Just, yeah, they're eating a lot of nutrients right next to my tree, but most all of that's going to return to the earth when they die at the end of the year. Great way to do things. And I mean, there's a massive pile of compost for them to pull there anyways. That's why this happened the way it did. So yeah, squash as a living ground cover, great option, great plant, great idea. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. See you in the next one. Goodbye.